what are we talking about today?
What's been going on in the world?
AI is pretty big right now.
Yeah, it's making waves.
What you think about it?
The chat GPT. I was obviously late to the show, so that's not happening for me. It's not letting me download it or get on it or anything.
Really?
Yeah, I tried to download it last week and it was not. It was saying that it was capacity or some crap. So I haven't tried this week though.
Yeah, you should definitely try to get on it. So, ChatGPT is a chat-based AI system where you can put in these prompts or ask it questions, and it gives you answers. Okay. How it transcends is, like, if you were to do this on Google, it would give you a query of like websites that you can go and click on and then do further research. This just gives you a straight-up answer, and that's cool if the answer is right. If the answer is correct, that's perfectly fine. But there are some things where the answer is actually probably going to be wrong and will need further research. But as far as the advancement of technology in that realm, it's actually pretty freaking amazing.
Wow. So, I mean, is it similar to Google? Like you put prompts, a description, a brief synopsis or something, and then it goes from there?
Here's an example. If I were to put in, let's say, how to start a t-shirt company on Google, it would give me a list of websites that were ranked for that particular topic, and you can go and click it and it'd be reputable reputable people talking about that subject, which is fine. Put that same question in ChatGPT, and what it's going to give you is a step-by-step answer based on all of these results, all of these websites queued up that Google would essentially give you, just all in one digestible sheet of information.
Now, I mean, that's remarkable and that's good, but now you would still need to do more research, obviously, to be more immersive into it, but just to strictly base your answers off of that is not probably the best.
I mean, you can, though, because basically you can elaborate on the conversation. You can be like, all right, say it's giving you information on fabrics you can use. You can be like, all right, give me statistics on fabric shoes as far as what people are really buying out in the market. It'll give you numbers, which, yeah, you can go and confirm those numbers, but you can have a straight-up conversation with the AI, with ChatGPT, and it'll give you, like, these answers.
Okay. Because I've been hearing some schools are starting to outlaw it because some students have it. And
it'll write your paper. It'll definitely write your paper.
It'll say anything, apology letters, anything you needed to do, it does it for you. So some people are saying it's going to make people more lazy.
I'm about to use it on Tinder. Every response is about to be a ChatGPT response.
Wow. I don't know. Let me know how that social experiment goes. That's interesting.
Oh, yeah, social experiment, yeah. Yes. Let's do this. Anyways, that's interesting because people have used it to not only start a business, write programs, not only social programs, but also programs for as far as software is concerned. But, in your aspect, you could use it to help you write TV episodes, whole screenplays, books. It's insane. There's even AIs out there that'll help try to catch other AI for plagiarism. So a lot of schools are incorporating other AI systems in order to catch people who are using it for papers and things like that. But it's gotten to a point to where a lot of this critical thinking work is being taken out of our control and put it straight onto the computer, which is wild.
Yeah, and I can see that's helpful. It's a good tool to use, but just like you said, I mean, then does it allow people to be less creative because it become more reliant?
Well, you would think so, but you got to just look at it as an advancement of technology. So an example would be in my realm of like cameras and stuff. When they went from like film cameras to digital cameras, people were allowing, now you don't need to know the exposure triangle. You don't need to know how to do the darkroom process and develop film, and that's going to take away a lot of the creativity from that. And it didn't. It just made more people creative, and it made a vastly greater number of creatives in the world. And then when you made that jump from digital to, say, mirrorless cameras, it just got even that much more advanced.
That makes sense. It's just a passage of time. It doesn't... And there's still there's not a place for old school way of doing it. Some people do stick by the old way of.
Well, and that's hard though, because we live in a world to where we put a high dollar amount on time and efficiency.
That's true.
And if I can get days of work done using a chat bot to get the job done, and I can get this much more work done, then that's going to be seen as very, very profitable amongst a lot of these companies.
Yeah, that's true. They do demand, short timelines, high output, whatever's going to save them costs and everything. overhead. Makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, and then there's other ones like the AI art stuff. Now, the AI art stuff, I can see the problem. Because you have artists who have spent years on their craft, painting whatever medium they choose, to which AI art bot like Midjourney or was it Stable Diffusion comes along, and people can just type in these words and create these very, very elaborate, damn near perfect images.
So, there's an issue there. I would, as an artist who has worked on their craft, how do you keep up with something like that? How do you compare to something like that? Obviously, unless you're a reputable artist already,
right?
You've already got works put out there. If somebody new comes on the scene and they claim that, I've created these works of art, take a look at this, and people are buying it up, taking away business from you, or getting credit that maybe you, as the original artist, somebody who's actually freehanding it, who's worked on this craft, is not receiving the attention, the notoriety you should be getting.
Right.
What does that create?
Well, and that's the thing. It's like with art, unlike say technology-based services, it's one of those things where it's a medium that no matter what or how old the style is, it's going to be something that's going to always be, unique to that individual. What makes it hard, though, is that these databases like Stable Diffusion, they're fed information from the internet. So basically, if you're posting your art online, it may be feeding from that particular style. So an example would be if you were to go to Midjourney and type in whatever prompt you want, dash in the style of X artist, then what it's going to give you is something in that style of that artist. So is that messed up? Probably is.
Yeah, but there should be a way that they should be given credit, or there should be something that says, all right, this person is an artist. I mean, just like, look at content creating. That could be arguably people who react to a lot of stuff.
Right.
Like if you do nothing you do is reacting, or all your whole social media base is reacting.
Right.
Can you say you're an original content creator? You're still creating content, but you're just reacting.
What is originality though? Is anything even original, especially in music? But that's a whole nother deal because there's AI music. But is anything even original anymore?
A lot of stuff's been repackaged, repurposed, revamped, and came out with a product. But it takes a lot. Most people try to do is reinvent the wheel, and it's usually just it's the same thing. It's just like when you look at a cereal brand or something like that. Yeah, this is Frosted Flakes, but this is Kellogg's Frosted Flakes, and some people swear the taste is different. Some people swear the taste is different. But Molded Mills gives you a lot more bang for your buck.
Right.
And it's called Frosted Flakes, and Kellogg's is called Frosted Flakes as well, but like I said, you spend a little bit more, but it's for the brand.
Yeah, I like my value brands, man. I love my value brands.
I guess it could be seen as that. It's like, this person may not be Michelangelo, but it's a Michelangelo-esque. It's not as expensive, but it's still giving me the same, look and image. The same imagery still invokes the same emotional response. So,
well, a lot of things come up to if it's like parody or if it's paying homage or things like that.
That's true too.
But my thing, when it comes to AI art, me personally, I don't mind doing it. I love it. I've been doing it for the past week and a half now, and it's been absolutely amazing. But I like taking it as a starting point, a point of inspiration, and what I would do is change it ever so slightly or combine a couple of styles to make something actually original.
I get that. I mean, that makes sense. Using that as a starting point, as a reference point, I'm all for that. But just to sit here and this is what I want, this is it, and push it on out, and just with no effort. I mean, not to say people don't do that all the time. I mean, like music and different things.
You say no effort though, because I mean, if you look at an example, like the example I gave earlier, someone developing photos in a dark room with film, or someone who's taken these amazing photos with a digital camera, no effort versus.
Well, I mean, and I guess you can't really quantify it in that way because just because I'm not spending the amount of hours doesn't mean it's not quality amazing.
Right.
I'm still creating, invoking emotional feelings. I'm still showing art. I'm still conveying something.
Right.
It's just in a faster, more way, especially when you have clients, especially when you have all this going on. You know, you're still producing a unique product to you. It's still your style.
Right.
So I guess context and everything would come into play. But just to, I guess, rely heavily on it, and that's just it for you. Yeah. But then again, I mean, look at these things. And we've got so many crutches in the world now anyway.
Right.
Uber Eats. Uber can drive you, can get your food, it can do everything.
Conveniences.
Exactly. And it's in an exceedingly fast-paced world. I get it. But, I mean, there should be some type of limitation on what we allow. Because, I mean, we're going to look up and These things will be teaching your classes.
Doing surgery, and that's my fear is some of these AI bots doing surgery. Because have you seen the fingers on some of the AI art?
Yeah, I've seen.
There's like hands with like 8 fingers. Like, whoa, that's that's wild.
Arms are bending like that. Yeah, we do that. Who needs bones in there?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they do have robots already doing surgeries anyway. Like there's Da Vinci that does it, and it's very high end surgery, but success rate is higher than it is for human. You don't have to worry about fatigue setting in or anything like that. It's precision, it's precise. So I can see the argument for that. But like teachers, next thing you know it, our law enforcement will be shifted over, which I mean some people could say that's fine, whatever.
Right.
And each job's gonna slowly get replaced. But I mean, look at fast food. Now most of these places are starting to invest in automated fry, burger, everything.
Right.
So now you don't have to worry about employees being sick. You don't have to worry about emotions. You don't have to worry about benefits. You don't have to worry about attendance. You can save on costs.
From a corporate standpoint, it is amazing, especially if it's off of efficiency, like I said.
Absolutely.
But it definitely it's tough because AI is kind of taking over humanity, if you will.
Absolutely.
And that's where you get into our next topic, which is deepfakes.
Oh yeah, I've been seeing a couple of those where they've used like there's a guy who does it with Arnold, and he takes and puts him in scenes and stuff like that, and you swear it's his face, his voice, everything, but he's very good at it.
Yeah.
So that's the same thing allegedly with Ned Tate. That's what they're saying, that AI was used to do that.
Which is cap.
Like
his followers are delusional.
It is. It's just let somebody, if they're wrong, let them be wrong. Don't try to save them from what their mistakes are.
Yeah, but the deepfake stuff. So there was a streamer, I think it was like last week or a couple weeks ago. Basically, someone took her face and put it on the body of an adult star.
Oh, that's right. I heard about that.
And she was all up in arms in that because, they were using her likeness.
Yeah.
And such like that. And then there was a whole thing about body dysmorphia. And yeah, that's definitely messed up.
That is. Somebody's profiting off of that or claiming you're doing something that you're not doing it.
Right.
And the fact is she caught it, whatever, but then to let this person, how long ever they've been doing it, create this now new image of you.
Right.
You're who you are, but they're like, well, this is what I've known. This is who's in my DNA. This is what I've been seeing. So who's to say you're not who you say you are? You're just trying to make another account and attack that account, So now here you are having to prove your identity and prove who you are. And that's wild, man. And that's some total recall.
And it's weird because it's literally just their face. So when someone's getting in there and trying to say that it's body dysmorphia, I'm like, well, that's not even the body. So the body being used is being used in the intention that it was meant to be used.
Of course.
The face is what's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the sad part.
Jeez.
It's getting real dark out here. So basically you can get framed for...
It could say you were somewhere and you weren't. Like, look, man, I was clocked in working. I'm like, but we have you on camera here, doing this. That's the hype. That's you. That's your body type.
And then if you pair that with, say, the level of surveillance state, say that China has, it could get real dark real quick.
Absolutely, people are good at spoofing things, handling things, altering things, and next thing you know it, you literally are trying to prove that you didn't do something when you know you didn't. You have eyewitnesses. You have an alibi. And there it is. Like, well, we've got footage of you. And what happens when they start saying, well, we don't care. This is you. This is all the evidence we got. And they just decide to just shut the door in cases on a lot of people because of that.
There was an AI that they were actually using in a particular court system. And I believe it was for, I want to say, traffic violations. Or, no. It was for people who, how you can get appointed an attorney?
Yeah.
They were getting appointed an AI bot. And their AI bot was going to be arguing their side of their court story.
How's that been going?
I don't know. That was interesting.
It'd be fascinating because a lot of these, public pretenders, as they're called, because they're signed, they don't care. They sometimes, not all of them, obviously.
At that point, if you're trying to prove me innocent, and you don't give a fuck about what the hell that I have going on as far as what I'm trying to prove, and
sometimes they work directly with the DA to keep the DA's conviction rating up.
Give me the AI bot.
If they're giving people that choice. Now, if they're automatically saying, no, this is what you get now.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. If you start losing cases to a robot, then
that's true too.
You got to start playing by the rules again.
Yeah,
well,
and then or that, or you alter the AI. You know, to not, okay, we'll let you win every other one. Treat it like a casino almost. Yeah, like the house always wins. So, but we're gonna allow only so much to come out. I think that could happen too.
Yeah,
to give people a false sense of, no, look at this. There's balance. There's some equality to it. It doesn't happen all the time, but it doesn't happen too much. It doesn't happen too little. So that's fascinating. AI.
Yeah. Anyways, subscribe to the channel. Let me mention that right now. Subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment on what you guys think about AI and what AI tools you're using.
Yes.
Anyways, there's another topic. So Microsoft, I'm not sure if you heard, they were buying stakes of ChatGPT to incorporate into Bing, which no one ever uses.
Absolutely not. I remember when they tried to push that on everybody.
Yeah.
You would get new programs or whatever, or they would try to push Bing. Dude, no. You got everybody on Google,
well,
Yahoo, even Google. Everybody Googles. So.
Now everybody's going to be using Bing because it has ChatGPT incorporated in it, and Google is on like high alert right now. One of the videos that I was watching earlier was talking about how ChatGPT grew its user base faster than TikTok.
Oh wow!
It was the fastest company to get 100 million subscribers.
Jeez.
In the world. I'm like, that's wild.
100 million people already hopped on. Wow.
And you need to get on because
I'm gonna try again this week.
100 million and one.
Wow, Bing, look at them. Huh.
So yeah, Bing is probably about to take off. So I'm not a financial investor, but or a financial advisor, but you should probably get some stuff.
Look at you. There you go. Use it. Don't forget. Don't forget who told you.
Anyway, so yeah, ChatGPT, Midjourney, there's other things like Jasper, Stable Diffusion, just all these technologies that are available for us to use and hopefully make your life more efficient. Should we depend on them 100%? Absolutely not. But 80%, I can say that's perfectly fine.
80%. That's a good percentage.
That's a good percentage.
You start creeping up to the 81. Gotta have a talk with yourself. God dang. Well, like I said, there you go. Like you said, if you guys have any questions about, that or any thoughts on it, I mean, any you've heard of, period, your thoughts on the subject matter, let us know. I mean, is it a good thing that this is happening, incorporating it? Your kids will be using it, people pretty soon. I give it probably another few months or a year. Yeah. A year from now.
Well, they are saying that we are 7 years away from total sentience, or the singularity. To which, if you haven't seen the Terminator, I recommend to watch the Terminator.
Skynet's a good thing. Don't worry, guys. Skynet's...
iRobot with Will Smith, man.
Yeah. No, Skynet was that's way worse than iRobot. That was still horrible, but golly, Skynet.
Yeah.
Jesus. Because we gotta think about it. It wouldn't take them long to decide. You know what the biggest issue is? These people that we've worked for. They're the issue.
Right. Humans, and which I totally agree with.
Yeah, they're right.
Humans are a virus.
It is. And next thing you know it, they're going to come up, concoct some way to take out a percentage of us. And that's what's going to happen.
You're there laying in the hospital, they're going to come and unplug your IVs. And you're just...
Hey, we went ahead and decided, we've looked at your life, you've messed up. Yeah. This is it for you. You're not going to get any higher. You're not, and you can only go lower from here.
We've ran the statistics. We've ran every single probable cause.
Millions of ways. 14 million. We went ahead and Dr. Strange did for you. You're not going to win one. So we went ahead and we're saving you, everyone else. Don't worry about your family. They've been contacted. They're good. Golly. 7 years.
Yeah, AI. Shit's crazy. And with that said, my name is Malcolm Eugene.
Will Robertson.
Like, subscribe, comment down below, all that fancy stuff.
Yes.
We're trying to hit 1,000 this year.
Yes, share, do what you can for us, please. We appreciate it.
So, we are outro.